Hey guys, welcome to Is It Called Wine Time? Who knows?
Is it?
Is it?
We're
We're still experimenting with the name
continuing with the series called Is It Called Wine Time?
until we come up with something better.
Or you.
Yeah, or you guys.
You can.
We've been loving the comments, so please keep those coming.
The suggestions are good.
We're yet to kind of really land on one. So for the
Yeah.
time being, we're going with the working title, Is It Called Wine Time?
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
So today we're really excited to have a look at the Ravensworth Estate range release, or some of them anyway.
Yeah, not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing, because he's done quite a few, but...
We'd be here for an hour if it was the whole thing, because you're starting to see how long we can talk for.
Yeah. But these are I guess, the Rhone kind of wines that he does. So,
yeah, we picked a theme here.
Yeah, Marsanne, Roussanne and Viognier, and Shiraz Viognier. So you've got kind of like Southern Rhone and Northern Rhone-ish.
Yeah.
I
When
mean,
we say here, Bryan Martin.
Bryan Martin, of course, from
Yeah.
Ravensworth.
Winemaker and very, very popular other winemaker from the region as well, or winery from the region. But these are his wines.
Yeah, so from the Canberra region, I'm sure most of you will be familiar with Ravensworth. They've been around for a little while. They always make a pretty big splash each year because they're fantastic quality wines.
Yeah, we're big supporters of Ravensworth.
Yeah.
We tend not to find a Ravensworth wine that we don't like, which is always a good thing. They just get it. Shiraz Viognier, we don't get a ton of each year because it is actually the most sought after thing that he makes. So while we do have it, it's a really good option to try.
And a
we're
great
pretty
example,
excited to try it as well.
and a great example of what he's doing out there. He's got a range of stuff. He does a lot of experimental things as well.
Yeah, buys fruit in, but this is
these are the more classic kind of.
estate range.
Yeah.
It's fruit.
So let's dive in.
Please.
We'll start with the Grainery. So this is, as I said, Marsanne, Viognier, Roussanne blend.
My kind of wine.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
right
kind
up
of
Pete's
wine.
alley, right?
Yep.
So you're a luscious,
I am.
rounded,
Luscious and round.
kind of orchard fruit driven kind of a guy.
These are all the... Oh, God. Oh, okay. Hello.
I'll be absolutely honest. Honesty up front is always best.
I
I'm
picked
not,
these wines.
Yeah, Pete picked these. I look, I love Ravensworth. I'm not a massive fan of the kind of more luscious orchard fruit, kind of pear drop style wines.
I like all those things.
I'm a kind of Chablis, kind of leaner, tighter, more focused kind of a guy. Maybe you can tell that by our personalities. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe these are becoming more and more obvious as you spend more time with us in this format.
But that having been said, I do really appreciate these wines. It's not something that I personally would choose to drink, but I think there's always merit in every wine, and particularly from a producer like Bryan, who excels at this kind of stuff. Always worth a look. So
much orchard fruit on the nose.
yeah,
This is so my kind of thing.
oh yeah,
So my kind of thing.
It's ripe pear. That kind of yellow, what do they call Mirabelle plums?
Yes.
Quince is in there.
Yeah.
This is classic kind of Southern Rhone Marsanne Roussanne blend.
Mirabelle.
There's I would say almost ripe apricot in there as well. That's probably coming in through the Viognier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very luscious, ripe blend on the nose.
Guessing this isn't going to have the oiliness of Viognier.
Yeah, I would assume it would be tempered by the Marsanne Roussanne blend.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
If not, I'll be fine with it. Okay, this is a good hybrid between them.
Yeah.
What you like and what I like, because this is still super fresh. There's still lots of acid.
Yeah, so I'm really pleased.
Yeah. This is a really good. Okay.
So okay,
Cool.
good. The
Wow.
acidity on this is fantastic. From that rich, luscious kind of orchard fruit nose, which I thought might be a little heavy for me and a little cloying, is absolutely kind of held completely in check by this amazingly kind of linear acidity.
Yeah, this is bound together.
It just races through. So it is crisp and fresh. You still get all those fruit characters on the palate, but they're reined in by that beautiful kind of natural acidity, and it is really well put together and beautifully balanced. And it's funny, like we both kind of laughed when we tasted it because I totally expected something else.
Yeah. The nose is way more opulent than it is on the palate. But I will survive. This is.
There is a
real taut acidity.
It is. It's taut, and there's a hint of that kind of waxiness that you get from Viognier sometimes. Right on the back palate, there's a kind of slight sort of
waxy, chalky tannin.
Which is actually really nice. It adds structure and some texture to it.
It gives it a lot more direction on the palate.
Yeah.
Whereas these can typically be quite like round and blousy varieties that need that kind of treatment.
Yeah, to really sing, and this is singing. It's I to be honest, I thought I wasn't gonna like it.
I feel like this is a bottle that you might actually take home, which I didn't think. It or you had it in it or you.
You picked this because you wanted it, didn't you?
Yeah. My moves are obvious. This is.
No, that's beautifully fresh and.
I would love to see it with a bit of air.
Yeah. I think this will open up.
Not because the acid's going to back off, but I think it'll just kind of round out even further, but still have that acid that will be able to bind even further.
Stunning. There's a beautiful kind of apricot kernel note at the back there as well, like a sort of nuttiness that comes through.
Empirical spirits.
Stop saying empirical spirits. Every week.
Every week.
But yes, there is that kind of nutty kernel aspect coming through as well. Gosh, that is beautiful white wine. I think that's the kind of thing that would go really well with roast chicken.
Yeah.
The sort of fuller white meats, pork even. Delicious. That's absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Well done, Brian.
Pork belly in this would be.
Pork belly, yes.
Oh, hello. Wow. Cool. All right. Moment to myself.
While we move on.
It's a smart wine. This is going to go really well in store.
So, let's move on to the red now, the Shiraz Viognier. Classic Northern Rhone blend. Obviously from Hermitage and those kind of places up there, you get that Shiraz with a touch of Viognier. This is 95% Shiraz, 5% Viognier.
Yeah, 5.
And look, it's not surprising with Bryan being next door to Clonakilla and making a lot of his wines there that he's going to kind of walk in the footsteps of Tim Kirk and those guys at Clonakilla. I'm not trying to draw a comparison between the two, but there is obviously a nod to that sort of Northern Rhone style. So let's crack it. As Pete said, these are allocated. We don't ever get a huge amount of them every year.
Yeah, we don't get a ton.
So, I would suggest coming in and grabbing these sooner rather than later, before they sell out, because they do sell out every year.
Yeah.
So
they move quick, and for good reason. They're wines that I like to see walk out the door, because I know that people will, even if they drink them now or if they put them down, either way, they're going to be very happy. And that's what it's all about. Happy people. Oh!
So...
Okay.
Wow. Immediately, my first impression of this is a kind of subtle violet note. Loads of white pepper. But a really nice kind of cured meat thing. That charcuterie again. I often saucisson. I often talk about cured meats in wines. Maybe it's a thing that I kind of particularly respond to, but I love that savoury edge that particularly Syrah or Shiraz can have.
This is not jammy.
It's not jammy at all. I mean, cool climate, obviously, from the Canberra region. You're not going to get any of that kind of overly ripe stewed fruit. This is elegant, European in style and kind of outlook, and
has that dried, agitated leaf thing that we've seen.
Yeah, there's a little touch of that kind of herbal scent.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's used.
Do you think the Viognier is going to freshen it up, give it a more lifty brightness? Because it certainly does have quite a bright nose.
It's 6 weeks on skins, and then 2 years in large format oak on a European wood, so not even oak. Bryan describes it as a super fragrant natural Shiraz blend, and I would agree with that. I think
it's fragrant.
Super fragrant. Oh, And that white pepper note is just stunning.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
It really just kind of.
it's fleshy. It's got generosity to it. There's a beautiful concentration and intensity.
Yes.
Yep. It's
Yep.
it's structural but silky as
There's
well.
lots of structure.
Yeah.
It's like a slinky going down a staircase. You just get.
I mean,
more and more. It's fascinating.
I liked this.
Mm.
I love this. That is such
Yeah.
a great wine.
Yeah. Massive surprise. What we would expect.
Yeah, but dialed up a notch. I mean, my God, that is
Certainly not taken for granted.
and the value of these wines is not to be underestimated. I mean, they're not expensive wines.
They're
And
so cheap for what they are.
to get the quality that Bryan is getting in these at that price point is quite rare.
Mm.
And it's one of the reasons that Ravensworth has really become a well-known brand and a well-loved brand, because you know when you walk into a shop or a restaurant or a bar or whatever, you can pick a Ravensworth wine off the list, having never tried it before, and you're almost guaranteed to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I think that's, what more can you ask for?
He really has the drinker in mind. That seems to be one of from everything that I've tried from him, the main focus is drinkability and how you are going to enjoy the wines, not what he thinks you should enjoy, and not here are my vines, here is what I want you to take from it. It's I want you to enjoy them. And I would find it pretty hard to not.
Oh. The length on that too.
It's silly. Yeah, that is.
That's a great wine. I can't say anything else.
Yeah.
That's a great wine. Wow. All right. These have just come in store.
Yep. Just
literally
came in.
as in 2 days ago. So run, don't walk. And make sure you pick up a bottle of at least the Shiraz Viognier, if not some of the others as well. We've only tried 2. There were a lot more in the range as well.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 wines to do a state.
But
here for an hour.
I can't recommend these enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Bryan, you've done great.
Once again,
It's awesome.
a great release.
Yes. Is it called Wine Time?
Is it called Wine Time?
Is it?
It still is at the moment.
Yep. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. We will be back next week with another wine to taste on Is It Called Wine Time?
Yes. Is it?
See you next then. Bye.
Bye.